Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to PM with Kim, y'all. A terrific and thankful Tuesday evening. Added thankful in there. I only used to do that on Thursday, but terrific and thankful Tuesday evening to you. Welcome to PM with Kim. Welcome back to my regulars who come and sit with me. I appreciate you. And welcome aboard to my new people who are just joining this journey. This is PM with Kim, where I give you some evening inspiration, that some nuggets of wisdom that I hope will bless your soul and that you can use and apply to your life and share with folk who might need to hear a word. So here I am on this Tuesday evening. I pray that your day was terrific, and that it exceeded your expectation, and that all is well in your mind, body, and spirit, and that you are making your way home or have made your way home safely, and that you are beginning your woosah wind down time is what I call it. So I am here, and all is well. My day was decent. It was good. It was good. Yeah, it was good. It was good, and here I am, glad to be home. Here I am. I'm recording my video a little bit earlier this evening because I have Bible study, so I wanted to get my message in this evening and get it posted before I go so that I can do what I do faithfully, try to do this with fidelity, and so here I am, and then I'm going to head on out. So today is Talk About It Tuesdays, and it's where I spin my wheel, and whatever topic it falls on is what I'm going to talk about, Lord willing. So I'm trying not to hold you long. I'm not. Kim does not intend to hold you long, but Holy Spirit, have your way. I let him use me, and he uses me, and I thank God for it. So I'm going to spin this wheel. So for those of you who don't know, I got my little wheel of topics here, and I'm going to spin it, and you hear it will spin it. Huh. Okay. Parenting. Parenting. Okay. All right. Let me write that down so I don't repeat them in the future. All right. Since the battery's running low, let me just close this. I just needed to spin it, and then I'm going to turn this off. All right. So, yeah, parenting. Well. well. Parenting. I can tell you what, parenting for me is a lot different from how I was parented by my mother and my father. Times have changed, and while we still have to hold values, and we still have to hold our children accountable, and we gotta raise the bar high, we also have to understand that that real tough love stuff that we got, that we ain't have no choice, we gotta restructure a little bit. Not to say you don't give tough love, because people they used to laugh at me because I liken my style. I would always say that my ex-husband is the mayor and I'm the sheriff. I've always been the heavy, because I don't play that. I don't play that. My son knows, but we also have to approach our children differently, especially in these days and times where hearts and minds are fragile, and where we are in a I guess you can call it a dog-eat-dog world, and people are not nice, and our children are experiencing things. It's different from when we were here. I mean, it's different. I'm looking, as a public school educator, it's different in these schools from when we were here. Kids are exposed to a lot more than we were exposed to. All they got to do is get on the internet. That's all I got to do is get on the internet, and they have too much at their disposal. And so as parents, we have to understand and take all of that into account as we're rearing our children, our young adults, our teenagers, and who then become young adults. And I think about how, back in the day when we were younger, it was like you get 18, you either getting out of here, or you're going to get you a job, or you're going to go to college or something, and, we flew the coop early. And nowadays, kids ain't leaving. I know some parents be like, I want these jokers to go. But we have to know our children. We have to know our children. We have to know their strengths and their challenges. And we have to be able to work with them and love on them no matter what. And so we have to sometimes shift a little bit differently from what we knew and what was expected of us. Because my mother used to tell us, go sit down and be quiet. You don't have no voice. You don't have no opinion. Well, yeah, I did. I didn't get to express it. But yeah, I did have an opinion on some things. And so I have dialogue with my child. I want to hear it. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I mean, your thoughts might not change how I'm going to do things, but I'm interested in seeing what you're thinking. Or if they have a thought, what are you saying? We can dialogue with you. What you're not going to do is raise your tone and have the posture and all that. We don't do all of that. But let's talk about it. If you have something on your heart and your mind, let's talk about it. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I have the last word. I'm going to make the decision, but I'll listen. And so that's what we have to do. And we have to consider your child and stop looking at your children, or if you're rearing your grandchildren, under the lens of other people, or even if you have multiple children. I have only one, but everybody that I know have multiple children. They are not alike. So stop trying to parent them the same. Each child has a different personality, a different style, and they're a different combination of you, of each parent. And sometimes not the good combinations. So if you have more than one, don't look at them and hold them in the same mold, in the same way, because they're not the same kid. They're not the same person. And so get to know your children. Have conversations with them. Sit down and say, hey, what's on your heart? How you feeling? What do you think about thus and so? And really figure out who they are. Because what we are now, we're competing, parents who are still, rearing their children. Now we're competing with the world and the World Wide Web and internet and devices and technology that have them addicted. And so learning to unplug and having the expectation of unplugging, carving in family time, FaceTime, not FaceTime on the phone, but personal social time. Because I find that this generation, they don't know how to socialize. I remember, not too long ago, we get together at family functions and everybody got their phone, and my nieces and nephews are texting each other, and they all in the same house, in the same, I forget that you're texting because you don't want us to hear what you're saying, but like, y'all can't go downstairs and talk. Like, y'all gotta text each other. Come on. Like, so as parents, we have to stick to some things, and we have to learn and teach our children and our grandchildren how to communicate, because the world, I don't care how digital it is, you still got to know how to interact with people. And so that is a skill that we have to teach them. And I find that, no offense to anybody, not even my own child, but these kids don't have no common sense. Too many of them don't. Like, you don't understand? And I guess we were forced, my generation, Generation X, we were forced. Like, we were the latchkey kids. We were the ones who, we had to grow up. We had to be okay. And we learned some things, and we learned how to maneuver life. And we learned how, our parents didn't coddle us. And I'm guilty as charged. I didn't, I did it differently with mine. And I was like, I don't want him to struggle. And he has everything, and he got everything, and I have done too much. And I realized that I have. And now I'm shifting, I'm pivoting, because, I saw my mother do it. She took care of my father. Like, she, enabled him, if we're being honest. She enabled my brothers. And I learned to be an enabler. And I had to recently, just in the last 3-4 years, I've had to, Kim, back off. Let him learn some stuff on his own. And it is hard. And I'm like, because I'm also type A personality, and I need it done. I don't like sitting waiting. If I ask you to do something and you don't do it, I'm going to do it myself. Or if I see it and it ain't done, I'm doing it myself, because I don't need to keep telling you 100 times. And so I end up doing stuff, or I'll do stuff and I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this. But I'm so in the habit of doing it. And so I'm learning to fall back because I ain't going to always be around. And my child has to learn how to care for himself because I ain't going to always do it. And I don't want to always do it. And so I have been the last couple, I would say 2.5, 3 years, I've really been falling back. I think I might have created some stuff that, I don't know, anything can be changed, but I'm just learning to make him be more responsible and to pull back. So when I'm starting to do something like, and I have to will myself back because I've been so used to doing it, and I've watched my mother do it, and now, and so, I mean, and it is one thing, there's, okay, because it is good to cater. I'm a caterer. Like, I'm going to cater to your needs. I'm going to take care of you. But I don't want to enable you. There's a difference. You can cater to loved ones and love on them and serve them and be whatever. But enabling people to be lazy and to not do or to not, there's the balance. There's the divide. And so it's okay. I tell myself, it's okay to nurture. It's okay to cater, to love on your folk, my child and everybody else. But gotta know when you're enabling. And I know I have over the years. And, full transparency, that's probably why my marriage didn't work out. Because I enabled, and then I got tired of enabling. So parenting, let's do it. Be active, especially if you have teenagers, young people. And parents who have younger people, like, younger school-aged up to middle school. One thing I can tell you as an educator, where the drop-off happens at middle school, and parents think, oh, because, they coddle, not coddle, but they nurture, and they helicopter up until, like, middle school, and then they fall back. Oh, they are right now. No, ma'am, I need you to still be active in middle school, because they need you more in middle school than they needed you in elementary, because their teachers are going to do that. But once they get to middle school and you drop off and you think, oh, I'm going to give them a little more responsibility, they fall off. So as an educator, parents, stay on your kids, stay in their face all the way up through high school, because they need you to stay on them. They do, because they'll lose their way. And then you're going to look at them 11th, 12th grade year and they don't have a clue because you haven't held them accountable. So middle school, it is important, parents, stay on them, stay in their face, stay in their grade books, stay in their rooms, looking through their stuff, monitor their phones, track their stuff, because they have access to so much stuff. And in middle school, the stuff I hear them saying and the stuff I hear them make a reference to, I am appalled. Because when I was in middle school, I was still riding my bike and playing with the Barbie heads and playing with stuff. I wasn't like they have grown in middle school. I mean, some of the stuff I hear, I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's because they have exposure. So because they have so much exposure, I need parents to be on point. And so what you gonna have to do, parents, is put your phone down, turn your social media off, unplug, and make them unplug. And then y'all sit around and have some conversation, have some game nights where you have to interact. If you don't have no games, go to Walmart and get you some board games. They ain't but $8, $10, $12, $50. Well, the prices of them now, they might be $20, $25, but go get you a couple board games and have a day where you are unplugging. And then have a day where y'all have a movie night. Like, you gotta, and I'm preaching to the choir. I'm not telling you something. I have to be mindful of it. And then I have to be extra mindful because my child is homeschooled. So I got to be extra vigilant to get him out of the house more and more social, because he is not in the school buildings. And so I have to be mindful of that. It just recently had a conversation with his dad, and we agreed that his dad is going to come over here and get him one day a week and take him out. And then in addition to church, I'm going to take him out one day a week, just to have that social piece. So it is important. It is important that you know your children, that you're in their face, that you're in their business. Oh, my mother we used to call her, and you probably haven't, some of y'all probably haven't heard of it, Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget used to be the detective into everything. My mother was Inspector Gadget, and there wasn't no such thing as no privacy. She'd be in my brother's rooms, going through their pockets, going through their their stuff. She did not play. She didn't play. She was vigilant, and she had to be. And they still, was a hot mess out there in the streets. But she didn't play. She ain't no privacy. This is my house. This ain't your house. And I'll take them doors off the hinges. That's what she used to say. I'll take them doors off the hinges. You don't have no privacy. You don't pay no bills around here. And that's the mentality that parents in this new age have to have. You gotta be the enforcer. You gotta be vigilant, because they are exposed to so much. And if you ain't on point, we're losing them. We're losing them. And so parents, I guess some of y'all want to get out on the weekends and go hang out and do this and that and the third. But your children come first. When you had your children, it was no longer about you anymore. So newsflash. Yes, you can have a life, and yes, you can take care of yourselves, but your children are your priority. And what's good for them is for you to be on point so that they can be on point. So if you not set an example, please don't expect them to follow. They're going to follow your lead. So if you cussing them out from one side to the next side, and you exposing them to the drinking and the drugs, understand that that's what you're teaching them, and you're setting them up to make those same life choices. So if you want your children to be better and to do better, then you must, as a parent, be better and do better. Are you going to win? Are you going to get it right every single day? Absolutely not. I dropped the ball. I missed some stuff. But I can be actively doing what I need to do to make sure that as a parent, my child has the best they can get, and I'm holding him to the highest standard possible, but that I am being nurturing and supportive, because they're going through stuff. They're going through stuff emotionally and all of that, and we have to be sensitive to it. Yeah, you can still lay down the letter of the law, but you also have to have a bit of tenderness and open-mindedness and love, pure, genuine love. Because they're going to disappoint you. They're going to let you down. But at the end of the day, they still your children. And, and when you find yourself in the midst of trying to figure it all out, there's some help you can go to. His name is Jesus. Give it to him. Call on him. Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do with my child. Here's my heart. But thy will be done, Lord. Whatever it is you're going to do, I'm going to be okay, but cover my child. Keep them, surround them, restore, renew, revive, clarify, whatever. Pray over your children. And just take it one day at a time, one foot in front of the other, because things are just different now. And we just got to change, and it's going to change like the tide. They're going to change, and they're going to be great one minute, and they're going to want to make you punch them in their head the next minute, and then they're going to be great and whatever else. So just, be vigilant, be loving, have standards and expectations, but do it with gentleness. Be their soft landing. Because they're going to mess up. They're going to drop the ball. They're going to do whatever else. And they need a soft landing. Because they don't need you when they struggling and they going through. And I said, if you had told, if you had listened to me, blah, blah, blah. Because when folk down, because you don't want to hear that when you're going through something. Or you've made a mistake. Or you've messed up. You don't want somebody to say, see, blah, blah, I told you, blah, blah, blah. You just want somebody, you know what? You're going to be all right. Be the soft landing for your children, your grandchildren. For each other. But understand, in this day and time, parenting looks how you make it look. Don't hold it against the mold of 10, 20, 30 years ago. And it doesn't have to look like how your parents did it. And if your parents didn't do it right, it shouldn't look like the way your parents did it. We want to do our best to raise children who are as healthy and as whole as possible, so that they don't get into their adulthood and they unpacking a whole bunch of stuff that they trying to heal from because we didn't do right when they were in their formative years. So let's do our best. And are they going to be perfect? Are we going to get it right 100% of the time? No, we're not. But God will cover us. He will keep us. He will lead you. He will guide you. He will cover your children, your grandchildren. He will give you the wherewithal to do what you need to do to cover and keep them yourselves. But understand that you have a responsibility as a parent to be the example for your child. And if you want your child to be all that they can be and to do all that they can do to the best of their ability, then you are the first teacher. You are the first teacher, and they're watching you and they're emulating you. So do you want them to emulate your mess or your best? So take one day at a time, one foot in front of the other, and go to God for your guidance and your covering. And it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. But we got to protect them from the darkness out here, from the exposure of stuff that they shouldn't know as young people. And so as a parent, we have a job to cover our children, and to do our best, to be our best, so that they in turn are their best selves. And then, God does all of the heavy lifting. And it'll be well with their soul, and it'll be well with your soul. And don't expect to get it 100% perfect all the time, because you're not. Give yourself grace, and then give your children grace. And y'all work together, talk to each other, love on each other, listen to your children. And don't yell, because don't nobody hear you when you yell. Speak softly. I mean, you speak with authority, but be gentle. And they'll hear you better when you speak to them in a manner that is respectful than to hoop and holler and yell, because they're not going to hear you. They're just going to shut down, and then you're not going to make any progress. So that's my parenting tips for this Talk About It Tuesday. I hope something I said helped you. And just remember, we're not going to get it 100% perfect, but we can do our best. And then our best will hopefully, in turn, spur them on to be their best. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I pray that the rest of your evening is richly blessed. I pray that when you lay down tonight, that you will your sleep will be restful and peaceful and sweet, and that you will have divine dreams, and that the hand of God will rest upon you all night long, and that the angels will encamp all around you in your home and keeping everybody in it safe from any hurt, harm, or danger, and that you will awaken tomorrow refreshed and revived and renewed and ready to run on to see what your hump day will be. Wednesday, a wonderful Wednesday. So go and enjoy the rest of your evening, and take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Take care of your children, mind, body, and spirit. Your grandchildren, if you know you're integral in their lives, and just be your best self. Be better today. I hope you were better today than you were yesterday, and just strive tomorrow to be better tomorrow than you are today. And that's all we can do. And then God does the rest. Glory to his name. So may the Lord bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace that guards your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit, your body, and everything about you in Christ Jesus. Whew. And may the love of God cover you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And may he pour out on you richly and abundantly and lovingly everything you need and some of the things that you want. So go and be terrific. Don't forget to be thankful, and take it one day at a time, one foot in front of the other, holding on to God's unchanging hands, and you're going to be all right. That's it. That's all, y'all. Peace and blessings from my heart to yours. I love you. I love you. I love you. Go and be terrific. And don't forget me in the morning. AM with Kim. I'm gonna have something to say. So have a blessed and beautiful evening, and I'll see you in the morning.